Oh, 你好，你好，谢谢。Okay, so here we are again with our friends here, happy and sad. We're going to talk a little bit about autism. And this is appropriate that we have the happy and the sad here. And because many people, and we'll talk about this in a minute, many people who are on the autistic spectrum don't quite, these are harder for them, right? They're kind of like looking at, well, I'm not so sure what he's feeling or what he's feeling. So it's really good to spend time, talk a little bit about emotions. So there's our question mark again. And this is actually more appropriate for our talk about autism because the word I want you to keep in mind, remember before it was M-I-N-D, it was mind, interior storytelling, need, and dream. Just one word, guess. We're going to talk about guessing in a moment. Now, as you know, my expertise is in the theater and drama therapy, which we discussed earlier. And we learn to play many roles, many parts, and we play many emotions too, like happy and sad. And as we're looking, you know, I like to think of this weekend, and it's something that Che had said earlier, about looking for our role. Our role. Role is something, a word we use in the theater. I'm playing a role. And not just to help people challenged by autism or developmental delay or mental illness. Some of you have said that you're working with that population. But we want to find our role as caregivers, right? And so you might say, well, look, I already know my role. I'm a doctor. I'm a father. I'm a mother. I'm a teacher. I'm a doctor, right? I'm a student. Good. That's a good start. Hopefully we can expand our roles a little bit and examine how deep they go and how we can best serve our patients and our family and our friends and our fellow citizens. Now, I confess, as a therapist, working in a psychiatric unit, locked psychiatric unit in Oakland, California, and I advocate for those with mental illness every day. I look to understand my role every day. So perhaps the best way to continue our journey here this afternoon is to maybe look at a way that the people in the U.S. and in China became aware of developmental delay, and in particular, autism. Now for me, my journey began, remember when I was 10 years old? I told you that story? Well, another story from when I was 10 years old. In my neighborhood, I had a friend who had an older brother. And as I played with my friend, I began to understand that even though he had an older brother, the brother was not acting like an older brother. He didn't speak like someone his own age. He made some noises that didn't seem appropriate. And my friend, who was younger, seemed to be taking care of him, kind of, come over here, come over there, you know, telling him what to do, helping him. And also, I saw this older brother getting into a special bus every day for school. So I went and asked my mother, I said, Mom, what's going on here? Why is that older brother getting in the special bus? And she used the word retarded, which is a term we used in the U.S. for a long time. It was a very nice term. It's a musical term that means slow. And we thought that was a nice way to refer to people who had developmental delay, but then, of course, we know what, you may not know, but in the U.S., people began to use it as an insult and call people retarded or retard, and it became an insult. So we stopped using it because human beings, when they become conscious, for some reason, become a little bit mean, too. So this and other experiences motivated me to have a desire to work with special populations. And as I began my acting career, I also began to work in the state hospital, with hundreds of those whom the U.S. felt, you know, they weren't qualified to look after. So people came into the state hospitals. And I'll tell you something. The state hospital system in the U.S. for a while was very effective. But then, and I don't need to explain this here in your country, there was a lot of overcrowding. And it led to what the U.S. now calls mainstreaming. They said, oh, wait a minute, we do want to put them back. We want to mainstream these individuals back into society and have them rejoin our community. So that's what we're doing now. Now, this transition took place at a time when many in the U.S. saw autism as, we thought they were children. When you said somebody was autistic, you thought of a child sitting in a corner and maybe rocking or spinning something. And then a movie came out. Movies are always good to change people's minds. And I don't know how many of you would have seen this movie. Yeah? You know this guy, right? Who's that? Tom. Tom. Right. Tom Cruise. And this is Dustin Hoffman. And this was a movie called Rain Man. Now, in this movie, what happens is they're actually brothers. There's a younger brother and a much older brother. He finds out he has a brother with autism. And in watching this story, all of a sudden, the U.S. becomes aware that there are people with autism who have amazing skills, amazing memories, ability to carry tremendous amounts of information in their minds and count items quickly. They also learned that autism was not a disease to be cured at this time in history, but a condition that could be managed and explored further. So some years later, quite a few years later, I came across another movie after Phoebe and I got married. We were watching a lot of Chinese movies, and I came across this movie here. Ocean Heaven? Yeah? How many of you seen it? How many of you seen it? Oh, not everybody. Oh, great, great. And let's look at a little clip from it. Jet Li, of course, and I forgot this actor's name here, but you know him, right? He's very popular now. He does a marvelous impersonation of somebody with autism, and what we'll do now is, can we cue the clip from there? Ah, perfect. Here we go. Here's a little clip, a trailer, and this helped me understand how the Chinese people were starting to understand people with autism. Take a look at it.
天哪，你们家大福啊，那根本就是条鱼。
是啊，头错胎成了人，所以孤独症了。肝癌晚期，这是真的。大福7岁的时候啊，他妈意外走了。 我是他唯一的亲人，如果我也走了，这大福待在哪儿啊？我想问您那儿收不收孤独症啊？
那真要把大福送到什么孤儿院的门口，我想他们也不会不收吧？
那万一人家真的不收呢？又或者收了，能不能养他一辈子？这我走前心里都没谱。没事，没事。大福对谁呀都是个负担，我是他爸，赶上了。 没办法，可有些事儿，我还是想让大福弄明白，要不我不放心。这个是100块钱，这个很大，1斤鸡蛋3块钱，用哪个买呀？大福这个够吗？大福？嘿，大福真棒！
以后这个电话响，你要接电话，知道吗？是玲玲打给你的。
你怎么不放笨呢？这么点事你都记不住啊？上东路。 这条路叫丰收路，丰收路，海龟的寿命啊是最长的了。爸爸过2天就变成这个海龟了。有一天，爸爸不陪你了，你会想我的，是吧？我会想你的。
Yeah. That's a very touching film, and one thing they don't show you, in the beginning of the film, just very much like the beginning of my talk last hour, it shows Jet Li and his son, and he is dying from liver cancer. And in the movie, you see both of them go out in a boat. It looks like they're taking a beautiful trip in a boat. Those of you who've seen the movie know. And all of a sudden, they sit on the edge of the boat, and he ties a chain and a weight around both of them, and they throw themselves into the water. And he's trying to kill both of them because he doesn't want Dafu, his son, to live without him. And as I began to do research to come over here, I began to find out that this was a very true story in your country, and I actually saw some news footage of people who were considering the same things. This is very serious that we understand autism. You know, what's interesting about both these films is in Rain Man, the American film, he's a special guy. He can, he takes, it's kind of funny, he takes his autistic brother with autism to Vegas because he can count cards. He has these amazing abilities. But Dafu, in this particular film, he's a regular guy, you know, and he doesn't have a lot of language, and he's trying to learn just how to count money. And there's your spectrum. We call it the autistic spectrum disorders. There's a lot of range of people with autism, a lot of difference, so we want to keep that in mind. So the plots are different, but the struggles of their young ones, of their loved ones, the plots are different in these movies, but the struggle of the loved ones are very, very similar. So now, okay, let's come back to the US and China. Now we're all aware, a little more aware anyway, through media we know a little more about autism, but what to do. What to do. So last hour we talked about M-I-N-D, mind. We're going back to this word guess. Okay, let's do some guessing. All right, ready? All right, so we're going to go to some guessing now. Here's a picture. Oh, sorry. Did I go next one? Oh, I went back. Did I go the wrong way? Sorry. There we go. All right. What's going on in this? I don't know if I can get some feedback from you. What is going on in this picture? Anybody want to tell me? What's happening there? Yeah? Let's take a look. Somebody has some cards, all right? And somebody's looking this way and somebody's looking out this way, right? Hard to tell what's going on. What do you think? Can anybody tell me what they think is happening in this picture? Not sure? We don't have the translation. It's okay. So you wonder, it's kind of a funny, well, it's not the whole picture. Let me give you the whole picture, okay? Here we go. Ready? Ah! Now, you have a little more information here, right? You have a rich person. You see over here, this is the name of this painting, beautiful painting, called The Card Cheaters. And this is actually on the cover of a book by Uda Firth, who's an expert on autism. And she asserts that somebody with, not everyone, by the way, I'm going to say this over and over again, not everyone, but that many people with autism may not understand this picture. They may not be able to kind of understand that he's cheating or that they may be in on it or this is something that may be confusing to them, okay? They're not sure. People with autism, many of them are not good at guessing about human emotion and what's going on. They're just not good at it. Some are better than others, but it's something that we want to learn to teach them. So if you start thinking of people on the autistic spectrum, just think of them as people who need to improve their ability to guess, yeah? Think that way. And like, for instance, I'm going to show you another poker game, okay? So get that in your mind. Have you got in your mind the poker game? I want to show you this poker game. I want you to imagine a poker game. It's a different poker game. Are you ready? I want you to guess. You're going to guess at what the next poker game is. Look, you got it? Got it in your mind? Here we go. And, oops, sorry. Was that it? Was that the poker game you were thinking of? No, okay. All right, so good. Well, somebody else from the American past, who was, I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing here. Yeah. From our American past was silent movies. And I want to look at silent movies just for a minute. Because with silent movies, you have to guess what's going on. And here again, people with autistic spectrum disorders may not be so good at guessing. So I'm going to show you a American silent movie actor. Who would that be? Anyone want to guess on that one? Who? How about him? Who's that? How'd they say? Oh, say it again. How you say it? Zobeiling? Oh, Zobeiling. Oh. We love him, right? Let's do a little look here. We're going to look at another clip. And I want you to be aware now, while you're watching this clip, that if you're somebody on the autistic spectrum, it may be hard for you to understand what's going on. You should be able to understand perfectly, even though there's a little bit of English. Maybe the translators, I don't know if they can see it or not, can translate. But even without translating the English cards, this is something that we will go ahead and cue that, my friend. And let's watch this clip here. Do we have the... Can we cue? Yeah, there's a, just like the other one, there's a little pointer. Sorry about that. Like you played the trailer, now you can just, yeah. You just, there it is, yep, here we go. Here it comes. Right? See that eyes? Coffee for the lady. Oh, for the translator. Coffee, yeah. You got it. Okay. Charlie Chaplin, everybody. How do you think? Okay, great job. So now, before we move on here, I guess there's a little music. It's okay. The music can run. Think about all that, and we talked about this in the beginning, about having a separate mind, how that was developed, right, through socialization and language. All these minds, he's got a mind, doesn't know exactly what's going on, he doesn't like this guy, you know. She may not know what's going on at all. She's just sitting there like, why is he behaving this way? He doesn't have enough money, he just saw people get beat up. This is complicated information for people, not all, many people on the autistic spectrum, may not be able to follow that movie, exactly. And what we can do in drama therapy through games is help them start to develop something called a theory of mind, where they do get better at this kind of guessing. Because now think about it, this kind of clown routine, you're doing the guessing, right? And when we read a book or you watch a movie, the words and the dialogue tell you what's happening. But in a silent movie routine, like the painting that we just saw, relies on nonverbal cues. So we're doing the guessing. So when you look at the card-playing painting, you're guessing what's going on. You watch Charlie Chaplin, you're guessing. And when you try to think about, now here it is, because I want you to write this down if you're writing things down. Let me get to the right card here, because, oh, let's move on. There's Charlie again. Bye, Charlie. We love you. Okay. And that's something we're going to do in a moment. This is the word I want you to think about. When I'm trying to think about what you're thinking about, when I'm trying to imagine or understand what you're thinking about, that is called mentalizing in English. I'm not sure how it translates. Forgot about that. Sorry, translators. Forgot about that word. Mentalizing. I'm mentalizing. I'm trying to decide, what do you think about? What is he going to do next? Mentalizing, okay? And that's what Uta Frith calls mentalizing. And someone who lacks the ability to mentalize, we refer to them as mind blind. Hope that translates. Mind blindness. I can't understand that you have another mind. That's the situation that many people with autism find themselves in. I don't know that you have a mind. So many nonverbal cues and intentions don't reach many autistic clients. They fail to see that someone has a mind of their own. Now, we know now, unlike the time when I met my friend's brother, that autism is a spectrum. We're talking about a spectrum. All human beings are on this spectrum, okay? If we look at human behavior and our ability to understand human behavior in another socially as guessing, if we think about it as guessing like the card cheaters, then we arrive at the fact that some of us are better at guessing than others. And even if you just forget about autism, some people are better at guessing than others. Like I'm hearing people yelling in the other room. You hear them yelling? I hear people yelling over there. And I'm starting to wonder what's going on. I don't mean to bring too much attention to something that's happening, but I hear people yelling in the other room. And I'm like, gosh, I hope everybody's okay. Oh, it stopped. But really, that's part of something that people on the autistic spectrum might be missing. So, all right, let's go back. Where's that slide? Evelyn's around here again. Y'all remember Evelyn? I told Evelyn was going to help me here a little bit, so I need to look for Evelyn today. All right, let me see if I can put these cards down. So, all right, let's see here. Let's find Evelyn. And, oh, no, she's not in that one. Oh, sorry about that guy. I'm going to pick him up. Let's see if Evelyn is over here. I bet she is. Oops, put that mask over there. Okay, Evelyn. Let's see. It's time for Evelyn. There she is. Evelyn. I told you you're going to help me again, right? Okay. All right. Here she comes. Okay, Evelyn. There's Evelyn. Hey, Evelyn is back. There she is. Good. So Evelyn is going to help us. I need another volunteer that is not Emily. Which I loved having Emily last time, but it's time for somebody else. And it's very simple. You don't have to do any posing or acting. I just want to ask you to do something, and my wife Phoebe's going to help us with this one too, right? Yes. Okay, come on. Listen, I think we're all working together tomorrow for like an hour and a half, and there'll be a lot of interaction. So this is your time to get started. Just somebody come. Could you come help me? Yes, could you come help me? Thank you very much. What is your name? Kitty. Hey, Katie? Kitty. Come on up, Kitty. All right, so this is what we're going to do, Kitty. Now, what I want Kitty to do, and then for a moment, Phoebe's going to go over there and talk to Kitty for a minute, okay? So then you're going to come back. So, Kitty, all I want you to do is take Evelyn and put her in one of the boxes. And that's it, okay? Would you? All right? Doesn't matter which one. Okay? Bye, Evelyn. All right, very good. And would you go with Phoebe, and she's going to just talk to you for a minute. I'm going to talk to the audience about something. I'm going to have you come back and get Evelyn, okay? Very good. Excellent. They're going to have a nice conversation, and we're going to talk to the audience. Which box is she going to look in when she comes back? Which one? Just point to it. Why? Why will she look in that box? I put it over here. Why would she look here? Anybody? She doesn't know I moved it. Why wouldn't she know? You saw I moved it. Why wouldn't she know I moved it? All right. We'll find out. Okay, Phoebe, we're ready. All right. Ooh. I'm too much Charlie Chaplin. All right, I'm sorry. Kitty, could you get, I'm sorry, I do need Evelyn. Could you go get Evelyn for me? And I'm going to do one more thing. Just go get her for me, okay? Get Evelyn for me, okay? What? Would you find her for me? She's got to be around here someplace. Oh, I see. Why did you look in that box? Oh, I see. Thank you very much, Kitty, for helping us. Thank you very much. Give her a big hand. All right, now, very good. You thought she would look, and you did. You left it there. You didn't know I switched it, right? And you thought she would look there, right? You know what that means? That means you understand that Kitty has her own mind. Now, this is a very famous assessment for children with autism. I see people maybe shaking. It's called the Sally Ann test. And we use it to assess autism because many people with spectrum disorders on the autistic spectrum will say that she's going to look here. They would watch Kitty put it here, go off, me switch it, and then say she's going to look here because that's where they saw it go. They do not understand that Kitty or any of us have our own minds. So when they I don't want to say fail the test, but when they don't get the test, you know, they guess the wrong place. I don't want to say the wrong place either, but what's the right supportive language for this? But when they guess this box, we begin to understand that that particular child isn't mentalizing. They don't quite understand there's a mind. So thank you for helping. Thank you, Kitty, for helping us with that. So that's it. Yeah. So here again, we're guessing, right? We're doing a lot of guessing here. So how can drama therapy help us? We want to become better guessers. And I just have a little bit of time. We're going to go shorter today on this talk here. So I have a little bit of time to show you how we might be able to play some games that can help people on the spectrum and see how drama therapy can help. And I want you to think this too, before we wrap things up. I want you to think of, there's mentalizing, mind blindness, as, I want you to think of as people on the spectrum, or all of us, as social students. They're trying to learn to be better social students, and of course, like we said, oops, oh, there's another one on there. I said better guessers, but I'm not sure that's going to come up, but that's okay. So I want to try another, one more game. We're going to play one more game, and then I want to tell you a few statistics about autism. But I want to play one more game. What I did was I developed a book that is coming out pretty soon. It's called Action, Affect, it's called Attention. I should know the name of my own book, right? Attention, Affect, and Action. And it's about 30 games that you can play with people with spectrum disorders that they can play and will help them become better guessers, okay? So what I need this time, this is going to be harder because people seem to be kind of unwilling to volunteer here. So maybe I need to turn to my students. I need 6 people on stage real quick, and we'll wrap things up. So maybe, would that be okay, Jessica and Lynn? Why don't we just, yeah. We might need it, but I'm not sure we do. Yeah, yes. Yes, stand by. Can I, yeah, come on, there's 6 people. 6. Yeah, come on up. I need 6 people. Please. Yeah, Kitty will do it again. Thank you. Get somebody, just come right up here. I'm going to have you stand in a row, all right? All right, very good. Thank you, everybody. Again, you don't have to do, well, there's a little bit of acting involved with this. You want to do 2, Jessica, or get some people? Okay, got 4. Give me 2 more. Come on, we'll do, good job. One more, uno más. Yeah, come on, yes. Yeah. Okay. Now, what Phoebe has helped me do, come here. That's 6 people. All right. And then I'm going to need 6 more in a minute. But you can stay there. You can stay there. Okay, good. Thank you for coming up.
Sure.
We're wrapping things up here. What we've done is Phoebe has helped me write an emotion on each card in Chinese.
菲比已经
And I don't know what it says myself because I can't read the Chinese. So you have
Phoebe
these are emotions, right? This is an emotion. You each get one. I hope I have them right side up. Very good. All right, one for you. All right, and what I want to do, this is something we call secret gift. Secret gift. And just to
因为我们这上面是写了一个
secret gift, yeah.
秘密的礼物。
What I would normally do is have one person at a time come up and give them a gift. Now, what I would like you all to do is I'm going to go to a person in the audience and pick up a pretend imaginary gift, and I'm going to give you the gift. When you open the gift, I want you to demonstrate that emotion, right? You wanna tell me?
所以我邀请会接下面有个人会上来给你一个秘密的礼物，感觉你会打开这个礼物，看里面是什么。
Very good. Okay,明白吗？明白, yeah. Understand? Okay, good, okay. So I think for you, this lady has a present for you here, all right?
那他现在给你一个礼物了，
Would you want to go give her the present,
愿意
or
给她
I
一个
can
礼物
just
吗？
take it from you? We'll pretend.
我们就假装现在给
You
你一
want
个礼
to?
物，
You give it to me?
你能给到老师吗？给到老师一个，
okay,
对
okay.
然后他要送你一个礼物。
Now I'm going to give her the gift, and she's going to show the emotion,
我
and
会
you're
把
going to
他
guess
秘密
what
的
the
礼物
emotion
给到
is.
他，然后他会表达一个情感
Here's
出
your
来。
gift. Okay,
这是你的
let's see.
秘密，这是你的秘密礼物。
We're guessing, right?
我们在猜是不是这到底礼物里面是什么？
Show that emotion. You got a beautiful gift from this lady. What's the
表现-
emotion? Show the. Can you show the emotion on the card?
表演出来这个
With your
情感
face,
吗？
yeah.
表演出来这个
Oh, is it confused?
是疑惑吗？
Ah, is that the word? Confused?
是吗？是疑惑吗？
Ah, very good. Now I shouldn't have been
我
doing the
们猜到
guessing.
这个秘密礼物了，
That's
是
it.
吧？
Okay.
好，
I think. Do you have a present? Can I take?
你有一个礼物吗
OK
能给我一个礼物？
Ah, thank
谢
you.
谢。
Oh, okay. This for
好我
you.
们再给你一个秘密的礼物。
From this gentleman here.
好，这
Can
位
you
男士
show
给
that
到你
emotion?
的，
Watch.
你能够给我们表现一下这个情感吗？
What's the emotion?
大家能猜到这秘密礼物是
Ah,
什么？
angry.
愤怒是吧？
Good job. Okay, you can
好，
stop.
好，
Good.
你可以停一下。
We want to take the emotion off. No more confused, no more anger.
好，
Okay.
那就疑惑
Happy
跟
again.
愤怒现在都拿掉，大家都是快乐。
Oh, somebody else. Oh, sure.
还有谁想给我们
You
个
have a
秘密的礼
present?
物？
Yeah.
你有个什么
present.
秘密礼物？
Oh, thank you. Thank you. This is the, or the main organizer of the whole thing.
那
All
这
right.
是我们
Kitty,
主办
you
方
got
特
this
别
from
的礼
Shi?
物。好，拿到这礼物，我们来看一下。
Oh my God, what did you get?
大家
What
觉得
did
这
you
是什么
give
礼物
her?
你给了他什么东西？
Okay, not scared anymore.
好，
Okay.
不再害怕了。
Oh, somebody else have a present?
还有谁有一个礼物吗？
Do you have a present? Oh, okay. I'll take it. Oh, very good. Okay.
好，非常棒的礼物。
All right. For you?
好，给到你。
What? Oh, sad.
悲伤吗？是。
Let me give you a happy present now.
好，那给你一个快乐的礼
Good, good. Thank you. Happy
物。
now.
好，谢谢。
Two more.
还在
Anybody else?
两位
Ah, you have a present.
两个礼物
Okay.。Present. Okay, the present
好，
coming
一
here.
个
Okay.
礼物。
Whew. I don't have to take my walk today, darling.
好，今天就不用再锻炼了，已经。
Ah, happy.
啊是
Okay.
快乐的礼物。
We'll take that off unless you want to be happy. One more
好
over
我们
here.
再找一位。
Yeah, present. Okay. All right, here we go. For you,
好，
final
给到
one.
你最后一个礼物。
Oh no! Oh, what was
是
that?
什么？
Disgust, right?
恶心。
Good, we'll take that off of you
好，
now.
我们
Good.
把那个
Good job,
拿下来。
everybody. Thank you.
好，
You can
谢谢
take
大
the
家，
cards
每
with
位。
you. Thank you, everybody.
非常感谢
Bye bye. Thank you.
谢
Thank
谢
you.。Wow, that's fun. Shishi. Wow. So that's just a little example of the kind of games that we can play with people on the spectrum. We want to think more about social students and guessing, okay? So some statistics, because I think that's important before we go. According to Autism Speaks, worldwide organization, autism now affects 1 in 68 children. One more time, 1 in 68, and that's 1 in 42 boys, a lot of boys. And their figures are growing. It's one of the fastest growing developmental disorders in the US. And in the US, and I'm sorry I don't have the other statistics, but you can look them up. In the US, it costs an extra 60,000 US dollars a year to care for someone with autism. Boys are 5 times as likely to have it than girls. And there's, by the way, there's no medical detection for autism, okay? Not like with Down syndrome, where you can check in utero, you can check in the womb for Down syndrome. You cannot check for autism because it comes on later. And a little more on that. So what are we looking for if the child is small? What are you looking for, okay? No big smiles or other warm, joyful expressions by 6 months. So if the child's not smiling or giving you a lot of expressions by 6 months, you need to start being concerned about that. No back and forth sharing of sounds, smiles, or other facial expressions by 9 months. No babbling by 12 months. You know what babbling? Ba 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 ba. You know, baby goes ba 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 ba. Starts trying to talk. Not doing that by 12 months. No back and forth gestures such as pointing. That's something we work on with our games, by the way. Pointing, showing, or reaching by 12 months. No words by 16 months, you know something's wrong. No words, no talking by 16 months. And no meaningful or two-word phrases by 24 months. And by the way, that doesn't include what we call echolalia, which is just simply repeating what somebody says. That sometimes a child with autism will do. They'll repeat, you know, hello there, hello there, hello there, but they're not talking. There's that development of a language we talked about earlier. And any loss of speech or babbling or any loss of social skills at any age, and this is important because sometimes a child will be typically developing, yeah, neurotypically developing, and all of a sudden stop talking. And that can be another indication. But there is, listen, there's a lot of cause for hope. And the kind of guessing games we did will help children develop a theory of mind. And the theory of mind is the idea that you have a mind. Listen, this has been a long, I hope it didn't feel too long, but I know it's been a long day. And by long, I mean it's been crammed full of a lot of information for you. And I know I'm one of the last persons to go here. So I thought we'd do this. I want to leave you. It's been really fun being here, by the way. I love being in Beijing. I love being here with my wife. I want to leave you with a story about guessing that I think might be good for, I don't know, the whole conference in some ways. It's this one of my favorite stories. I'm going to tell you the story, and then we're going to wrap things up. I don't know where the story came from. It could have its roots in Asia. Many stories do, as we know. There was a young man who lived in a village, and he thought he was smarter than everybody else, right? The way young men do. And he heard about an older man, wise man living on the hill, because wise men always live on hills in these stories. And he knows he can fool the old man. He knows he can fool him. And he says, I know what I'm going to do. Because he heard that the old man could answer any question. And he says, I'm going to set up a question he's going to get it wrong. I'm going to set up this situation that when I ask this old man the question, he'll get it wrong. And the young man took a bird, and he told the people in the town what he was going to do. I'm going to take this bird up to the old man, and I'm going to put it behind my back. And I'm going to say to the old man, is this bird alive or dead? And if he says that it's alive, I'm going to crush it and kill it and show him it's dead. If he says that it's dead, I'm just going to show him it's very much alive. Foolproof. Going to fool the old man. So he trudges to the top of the hill. He gets before the old man, puts the bird behind his back and says, old man, wise old man, I have a bird behind my back. Is it alive or dead? And the wise man looked at him for a long time. And he said, as you will. As you will. Because the answer was in his hands. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, you go.
死
蒂芬教授见到我第一句就跟我讲我辛苦了，其实明明是他辛苦了嘛，对不对？让我们把热烈掌声再次送给我们的斯蒂芬教授好吗？
好，Thank you，Thank you，谢谢。
今天我们的会议议程呢到此就全部结束了。